This is the second video I'm doing on how to start a YouTube channel in 2026. And this, I know some of my NIO Trending viewers were interested in this and want to do a channel, and that's why I'm doing it. And I will share the content here on the NIO Trending channel, but I'm also going to share it on the new channel. And there are a couple reasons I'm doing this. First off, I do want, and I'll try to differentiate, like maybe I'll use the same thumbnail on the NIO Trending videos so that every time you see it, if you're not interested in this content, you can just opt or, choose to ignore it or, not get distracted by it and then just stay, on task with the NIO videos that I do on this channel. But the new channel, I'm going to do different thumbnails, and we're actually going to talk about that in this video. But I wanted to upload to both channels because I think that at some point the new channel will surpass my NIO Trending channel, at least with views and possibly with subscribers as well. So I'm curious how that is going to go with this journey, and so that's why I want to track it on both channels at the same time. But as I said, for the NIO Trending community, the NIO fans who don't want these, don't want to watch these videos and aren't interested, that's totally fine. I will try to not distract you, and I will create, now that this is the second one I've done, I'll create a playlist on the NIO Trending channel so that it will be a little easier to differentiate between the two. So let's talk now. On screen, I have what is showing up for the channel, and this is the brand new channel. We don't even have content on. Actually, I take that back. I did get a video uploaded. So before we go to that, and I point out a couple things with that and what that looks like behind the scenes here, this is the channel customization, and I changed the name. Now, in the first video, I basically set up a Gmail account, and then I used the same handle. So the @basketball_meets_EQ is the same as the Gmail account that I set up to be associated with this YouTube channel. Now, a couple of reasons I did that. We won't talk about them in this video. Later on, it'll make more sense when I break it down. But I will say this: the name and handle, they can be the same for a YouTube channel. However, sometimes it is difficult to find a unique, or it is easier to come up with a unique name than something that is very popular. And so, for example, basketball is a very wide ranging topic. And even when I was looking at things like unconventional basketball drills or basketball drills, there are so many different handles and channels that have basically been created with these different names that it's hard to find something that is unique. And so I just came up with my own. And then I decided to do a different channel name. So I changed it. It was Aaron William, because I hadn't changed that in the first video. I wanted to show you the difference, and that you can do this separately. And by the way, the name of the channel can change. You can change it twice in 14 days. So what I decided is I'm going to start with this name, Unconventional Basketball Drills, because that's what the channel is going to be about. And so that's what this looks like, sort of behind the scenes, as we look at the channel customization. And the home tab, if we click on that, shows some different things. Since I don't have content that I've uploaded and made public yet, this is why that's looking a little different than what it will look like in the future. So let's now go to, actually, I want to see, I'm going to click view channel, and let's see if it pulls up the same thing as what I have queued up. Nope, it doesn't. So this is what it looks like now that I made the change. You see the name of the channel, Unconventional Basketball Drills, and the handle, which is @basketball_meets_EQ. And then this is how new the channel is. I haven't tried to share it or anything yet. But once I get a couple videos up on it, then I'll maybe share that in the NIO Trending videos in the description, so you can check it out if you want, any of the NIO fam. But this is the first video that I did. Now, the reason I did not publish this publicly is because with the new channel, I believe at least the first video that you do, I think they want you to set it up as private, because they don't know this is new content, and YouTube wants to make sure there's nothing that they're going to flag or censor or anything like that. I think that's why they're doing it this way. It's a little different than what it used to be. But so I set it up initially as private, and now I can go in and change that. And then also what I'm going to do And I won't do it in this video because I don't want to run too long with these videos. At least early on, I want to keep it as simple as possible. But I do want to share this. And by the way, for the NIO community, I pay $10 a month, and this is called Snappa. And this is where I create my thumbnails. And I'll show you why I chose this one over other services in just a second here. The YouTube thumbnail is an important point that I'll make here and share why I chose it. But you can also create, your YouTube banner or different things, and obviously for other platforms as well. So this is very helpful to have. You do not have to do this, by the way. If you have a new channel and you simply, I'm going to go back to the screen so you can see what you'll do. Let's say I don't want to do a thumbnail. What's going to happen is YouTube will select 3 different views from the video, and I can choose any of those and let that be my thumbnail. And you can still get views. You can still get a lot of views doing that. So you do not have to pay to do something like Snappa. Having said that, I do like it because it's convenient. And when I go to YouTube thumbnail and say create from scratch, this is the reason that I pay for Snappa. I figured $10 a month is worth it when I can go and have the background just by typing in NIO, and you'll see these are some of the thumbnails that it actually sets up for me. Now, what's interesting, what I've learned is that some of these work better than others. Some of them are they get more views than others. Some of them get very few views comparatively. And so here, this is one, for example, that surprised me. And I'm sorry, I'm talking kind of to the NIO community now. We'll get back to the YouTube startup channel stuff in a second. But I thought this was the coolest thumbnail. And I think it must be too small. The car it isn't large enough on the small screen that people are looking at. And maybe I'm guessing half of my viewers probably are watching on smartphones or listening on smartphones. So maybe they can't even tell that it's a NIO because it's just too small. But I love that there are all these different options. And so that's why I think it's worth it, at least for me, to pay for Snappa and have access to those background pictures. But let's do this now. I want to come back because for the new channel, I'm going to do something like this, a much more generic look. And the great thing is some of these are already, preset. You can make whatever changes you want. So for example, let's do this. We're going to make this smaller so it'll fit. Maybe draw it out a little bit here. Bring it down just a tiny bit. And I'm not even going to change the font size on this one. So now I'm going to save it. And this is going to end up being the thumbnail for my first YouTube video on the new channel. So if I go here to details, and I'm not going to answer that because I just want to do this video and show you. So they're going to make, okay. So because it's a new channel, and I'll do this separately, so you won't get to see me do this. So I'll cancel and come back and do this later. But if you look down here, they do the auto-generated options. So they'll just give you options if that's the way you go. But I'm going to do it different than that. So, and I don't even know, I may change the name of the video. And that's another thing. You can change the title and your tags at any time. So just a few things to think about. And I'm checking time here. Oh, wow. I went longer than I planned. I will, yeah, I better cut this thing off because I don't want to run too long with these. But hopefully they're going to be helpful. And I would love to see other NIO trending viewers start their own channels. I love seeing that, whether it's about NIO or something else, whatever you're passionate about. So anyway, I will hopefully, let's see, on the NIO Trending channel, I should now be able to create a playlist. So I'll be able to differentiate these, and I'll decide later on whether or not I'm going to use the same kind of a repeat of the same thumbnail so that you'll see or not. I'm not sure on that yet, but in any event, thanks for sticking around to the end because I know some of you did. I'll see y'all again very soon.